All right, we are live. Hello, my loves. Okay, so today we are going to be going into kind of a ceremonial workshop on activating our lower chakras for sacred success. So I'm super excited. This is part 2 of our series. This is sort of the final installment if you've been following the entire free journey called Activate the Codes of Sacred Success. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm just going to wait. I know many of you are just starting to find me live. If you're joining us live, if you're on replay, welcome, and you can just get yourself kind of settled, ready for when we begin fully in a couple moments here. So welcome to those of you who are finding me live. And yeah, if you just want to let me know if you're finding me live, if you're watching me live, if you can hear me and you can see me okay, that would be awesome. Let me know in the comments, and I'll just wait for that to come in. So again, if you're already with me, get yourself sorted. You might want a journal and a pen. You might want to have some water. You might want to light a candle. We're going to be together for about an hour, maybe just under an hour here. So Bianca says, all good. Awesome. Cool. So let's begin. I know there's probably many more of you going to find me live in a second here, but I'll let that all happen naturally and magically. Allison's here saying, yes, all good. Georgie's here saying, yes, can hear and see you. Awesome, amazing. So with all of you that are live or on a replay, if you just want to let me know where you're watching from, and I also want you to start thinking about what you might like to receive from this session today. So is there a certain specific situation in your life that's going on, your business, your work, that maybe I didn't touch on last time? If you saw part 1, activating the higher chakras, is there anything you want to bring forward to me today that you might want to put into this like collective cauldron that we're brewing, and have that, you know, looked at, welcomed, kind of? Hi, Jen, nice to see you. And also, yeah, just letting me know where you're at, or, you know, what's working. I just want to be really, again, in connection with you. So I'm making sure that I'm connecting with you where you're at. So today we are going to be working on the lower chakras and activating the lower chakras for sacred success. And again, this is designed specifically for you if you are in this energy that you are feeling it's time for you to create that sacred business or grow that sacred business. If you've already started it, you're wanting to expand, you're wanting to share your gifts, you're wanting to be financially supported, you're wanting to feel really aligned. This is designed for you. If you are drawn into this ceremony, into this session, and that's not exactly you, I would trust that and hang out, because there's going to be a lot of chakra activations and guidance coming through that might actually just be perfect for you, because we are working with the lower chakras for really the sacred success that our soul is desiring, right? Jordan's here. Hi, love. Welcome. Awesome. Okay, so as we begin, what I want to do today with you is actually go through the third chakra, the second chakra, the root chakra, and talk about some of the situations, the energies, energetics that can come up. So if you did join the free course, Activate the Codes of Sacred Success, you'll have received an ebook. And if you had time and you went through that ebook, you'll know some of what I'm talking about, but we're going to expand into it and go a lot deeper today. So let me just read some of these comments that are coming through here before I get into that. So Allison says, I'm in the UK. Awesome. I'm rising in prominence right now and having courage to stand in my power. Perfect. Very like lower chakra energies that we're going to be working with today, which is to stand between sky and earth. I love that. I really love that. And that is what it's about. I feel that there's a lot of earth wisdom with blocked sky energy and vice versa. Okay, cool. Melissa says, hello from Philadelphia. I think I already commented about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air one time when you said you were from Philadelphia. I really need to get out action steps in my new business. I'm too introspective. Okay, perfect. The lower chakras is that energy of action that we're going to talk about today. Melissa, make sure that you just stay connected to the group. And if you're on the email list, my email list, I'm going to be having a lot of specific action steps coming out in the next couple of weeks. And like ideally like for a long time, but I realize that I talk a lot about the energetics, and I know that many of you are really needing also specific concrete action steps. So there's going to be a lot more of those coming out soon. Rebecca's here. Hi, made it live for this one. Awesome. Rosalind's here. Topeka's here. Amy's here. Liv's here. Hi from Portugal. Awesome. Okay. So let's start. Before we start, I just want you to close your eyes with me and let's get into a nice space together. I really appreciate you being here with me and just taking the time out for yourself to learn a little bit and to become, activated in your energy so you can really show up for your soul mission. Give yourself an energetic or physical pat on the back. I want you to be really proud of yourself. This journey that we're on, especially the energetics of, sacred success, sacred business, is really foundationally rooted in self-love, self-honor, self-worth. That's really where it all stems from, because when we honor self, we honor everyone else. When we love self, we love everyone else. And that's the basis of the energetic work that we're doing here for the planet. So I just want you to take a moment to find something that you love about yourself right here, right now. Just bring that to mind, whether that's as simple as, I have good intentions for other people. I love the way I'm so silly. I love the way I dance around my house sometimes, whatever. I love how much I love animals. And we call on your higher self. We call upon the angels of Atlantis to be here with us, including Archangel Michael, Michael. I call also upon the energies of Isis and Mary Magdalene to join us today. And we set the intention that this session deeply serves everyone who sees it, whether you're here for the whole session or there's some people that are literally going to tune in for 30 seconds. No matter how long any souls are tuning in for, I ask that all the angels of Atlantis, Isis and Mary Magdalene, please bless all of us who are here. And may the energy of this session deeply serve the world, deeply serve the universe in the frequency of unconditional love. May all of the beings who are here in their soul-based businesses absolutely thrive, absolutely blossom. I ask that Archangel Michael and the angels of abundance activate the codes of prosperity and activate the codes of abundance in all of our energy fields now, with your higher self's permission. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. I also ask for very specific downloads, if that is what serves our group, to come through now or at the perfect time. These downloads will be the next steps for you, or potentially the great vision for your work. Whatever downloads you are needing at this time for evolving your sacred work, your soul work, your sacred business, I ask that those come through now or in the perfect time. And I ask that this session facilitate you in receiving all the guidance that's coming through from your higher self. And so it is taking a deep breath, feeling a gold energy, just fill your energy field, and knowing that you are already successful in the divine's mind, that you are a child of the universe, already thriving because you are you. And the invitation is to even more and more deeply step into that knowingness of how powerful, how wonderful you already are. Whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes back to the space. You can see many more people have joined us as I'm coming in. Menali's here. I said your name out loud before. I remember that. I was like, Menali. Hey, Lovely's here in Arizona right now, struggling to allow myself to connect to others, feeling stuck in my hermit phase. Cool. We're actually going to talk about that. Jordan says, I'm feeling drawn to working with the solar plexus lately for myself, and it seems to be a difficult energy with many people in my life. Yeah, so let's start there with the solar plexus. So solar plexus, what is needed to be activated in the solar plexus in order to really have that thriving business, really have that sacred success that we are desiring? Well, everything that I'm going to say is from my perspective and from my work with, the angelic realms, right? So obviously, just like anything, take what resonates. This is not the definitive guide to chakras. But yes, keep that in mind as I share. So the third chakra, we want to be activated in our light energy. It's safe to be seen. It's safe you can literally open your solar plexus right now, literally open your body and feel the difference. And you might also feel the vulnerability in that. The heart is open and the solar plexus is open and shining. And you might, just like me, I'm feeling, yes, this can feel really powerful, but this can also feel very vulnerable. And so part of our work is to anchor in light and our soul's energy and our connection with the divine, that we're so connected with the divine that we're less reliant on the validation and the reactions from other people. So this is a shadow I've been working with for years, and my business always gives me opportunities to step more fully into this. Because the truth is, when you're saying like, hey, like this is what I feel, this is, my truth. When I say my truth, I think that's a bit overused, because some people can just be assholes and be like, no, but it's my truth. Like, I really mean, when I talk about my truth, I'm like, this is what actually feels in alignment for me on a soul level. This is my truth. When we're shining that and we're sharing that and we're saying, I'm going to let myself be seen, we're probably, and especially in this business context, showing up on social media, sharing our stories, sharing our beliefs, sharing lots of different things, tools, techniques. We might be on YouTube with videos. We might be on Instagram. We might be showing up in our local communities with workshops, with conversations, or we're going to different places. We're going to other people's workshops and kind of sharing what's coming up for us. So we're really like, hi, and it's not always like this, right? Yes, we do have more inward phases where we need to be a little bit just closer to ourselves, and we do need to curl in. But what's more likely, a lot of the time with people I see is like we're constantly in that curling in stage, and it's not an actual nourishing curling in stage. It's more like a, please don't hurt me, please don't judge me. It's better if I'm just like this stage, right? So we open and we express and we activate that third chakra. So we're going to start with a discussion. And then after, we're going to get into a meditation where we're actually activating the third chakra, the sacral, and the root in meditation with the angels. So if you're like, oh my God, I need that, I need to activate that, but I don't know how, don't worry, we're going to be doing that together today, okay? And so here's the thing. When we are open in this way, so this is also where the fifth chakra is, where the fear of persecution can really come up, I've noticed, but also the solar plexus. Because I'll sit with people and they'll be like, I'm holding back from sharing what I really mean. I'm not sharing on my personal page. I'm only sharing in groups that I feel people are really fully going to get me. I am, or maybe I'm just not really even sharing. I have someone who just emailed me today saying like, is this too much? Is this too much to share, on social media? And I was like, well, I can see why you might think that, but like, no, fuck yeah, post it. Because it was really awesome. It was sexual. It was confronting taboos, right? I loved it. But we have these, places inside of us that tell us to tone down. And a lot of that has to do with, hey, I have this past life remembrance where I remembered that I was burnt for being a witch. I was killed for, saying that we could all connect directly with the divine. I was tortured, I was raped, or I saw my family or my priestess community, etc., be hurt. And maybe even because I shared publicly, or because I was in this work, maybe I was a sexual priestess, maybe I was an oracle, whatever. And you're probably not going to remember consciously. Some of us do, some of us don't, and that's fine. Because of that, I was, bad things happened to me or the people that I loved. So we want to clear that out. We're going to do that in meditation as well. If you downloaded the free ebook, go on my website if you haven't downloaded it yet, and go to the free courses, Activate the Codes of Sacred Success, BethCatherine.com, and you'll see prayers that also help to release that. Don't underestimate the power of prayer. Don't underestimate the power of saying, hey, higher self, I know I have these fears of persecution that are holding me back from really being direct with people about what I really mean, about what I really want to say. Thank you for clearing those out. Thank you for showing me the way forward. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for clearing, releasing, and transmuting all of those energies of persecution. Maybe that's from your own lifetimes, and that might be from the collective or from the ancestral that you're tuning into, right? We've been given this beautiful hot mess of dense energies when we come into the human physical, but we've also been given this infinite connection to who we really are, right? And that is more powerful than the dense energies by far, by far, by far. And really, I truly believe that our soul missions, we're coming in and we're saying, hey, like I choose to awaken in this lifetime. I'm remembering who I am. I'm remembering myself as light coming from the beautiful sacred darkness, right? The void, the cosmic womb. But with that, I'm remembering myself as light, and wow, there's a lot of dense energies in my DNA and my cells from my past lives. So opening up the solar plexus and saying, hey, I'm going to shine anyway. And there's going to be stuff that's going to come up, or that's going to be stuff that's going to come at me. And my job is to be dedicated to the light of my own being, dedicated to my higher self, dedicated to source energy of my own understanding, and to make that my primary reality, because that is the primary reality. I'm going to lean in. So I'll give you some examples, right? Like even today, I got, every month I'll get like 1 to 5, maybe usually like, sassy comments or just like mean comments or emails from people, just, things that are just like from anywhere with like, hey, like that was kind of like, I don't really vibe with that you did or you said, all the way to be like, you're a fucking piece of, you're just like so out of, like, just really not nice things. Like, yes, I get it. It's a regular part of showing up online and sharing your truth. I also get hundreds of beautiful messages and comments every month that absolutely are come in way more, right? But it's true that if you do show up and you're like, hey, especially in this day and age, you're like, hey, like I have something to say, there's going to be people that misunderstand it, judge you, don't like it. And I'll tell you right now that absolutely I wobble, right? Absolutely I'll get defensive. Absolutely it'll take me out for a little bit. I am not here to tell you that like, yeah, but it's like whatever, like don't worry about it. Like it is in some ways, but as you show up and you share what's true for you, you share your beliefs, you share things that, are more specific to what you actually feel, to help people, your own processes, your own stories, your own beliefs. There's going to be people that are going to judge you or just not like it. And there's also going to be those parts of you that are triggered that say, well, people don't like me. That's going to come up, right, on this path. Maybe you're going to share something, even as easily as you're going to share something and you feel like really good about it. And you only have like one person like it, and your little girl comes up and say, oh, like that wounded little girl that only had 2 people show up to her birthday party when she was 5 that she was so excited about, comes up, right, and says like, people don't like me, this is never going to work, people don't like me. And I really I'm working through that shadow. I've been working through that shadow for years now. Whenever I offer anything, it comes up for the most part where it's like, oh, people don't like me or people are annoyed by me, right? So that's also a shadow of the 3rd chakra saying, hey, I'm going to open, hey, I'm going to share my light, hey, this feels really good, but sometimes I'm going to get triggered because that light is also going to show me where I still have fear in my body and in my energy field. I say that apart from motherhood, the entrepreneurial path on a soul level is like the best self-help journey that you could give yourself, because you get confronted with your wounds and your shadows, right? So 3rd chakra open, sharing, yay, but now someone said something or now people don't actually care, right? Either I'm ignored or people don't like it. And there's going to be stuff that comes up, right? So we sit with it, we allow it, we love those parts of ourselves, we hold those parts of ourselves. We don't let that stop us from sharing and go like this again. Does that make sense? So Yana says, yep, I'm in that now, shining, standing, and no matter what. Yeah, and Yana saying, yeah, I do that, share in groups only. I get it. Even I have, after doing this work for so long, there's definitely been points where I'm like, should I share this on my main Facebook page with all my high school friends? And literally, I've had like a high school friend, so I went to elementary with him, being like, wow, like you've actually gone insane. I'm like, I didn't even share anything slightly as insane as I could have. Like that was just like a normal post to me. It happens, and it's like cool. I unfriended him. I was like, well, you don't want to be friends, that's fine. I felt it bothered me for a little while, and then it's like, whatever, I've got shit to do, buddy. Allison says, totally feel that unsafeness to be on my personal profile. Yeah, and just know that that's going to help you. You don't have to share in your personal profile right now. I'm not saying you have to like confront all of your fears all at once. Work with yourself. Step out of your discomfort. Step out of your discomfort a little more. Step out of your discomfort, but know that your ideal clients need to find you and need to see you. So if you're energetically saying, well, I'm only going to show up here, I'm only comfortable with being here, the energy is held back. Like you can see my body language, I'm kind of trying to show you that. But if you're like, hey, like this is me, like ideal clients, people I can serve and help, even people that are probably never going to pay me, but still I can serve and help. Woohoo! Like I'm here, I'm ready, like here's my stuff. It's a lot more open for people to find you. So just be mindful of like, where's my energy at in terms of being visible? Right? Even in like marketing terms, it's called being visible, but in marketing terms, you look at it more strategically. Like, are you showing up all over the web? Are you showing up on YouTube and in Facebook groups and in Facebook ads? And like, are you getting out there? Can people find you? So they go hand in hand, because if you're like energetically saying yes, then you're going to get these downloads. Hey, make that Facebook ad. Hey, make that YouTube post. Hey, make that poster in your community. And you're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to do that because I'm feeling more and more safe to be seen. And that's how people are going to find you. Branca says, sometimes I use this group for solar plexus healing. Great. If I feel my posts are too much for the people around me, I post here. That can be a great thing to do still, you know, like you can do baby steps, but then it seems so normal. And I posted to my page. Exactly. You're like, actually, this is like fine. Allison says, reassuring to know that you were wobbled too. Oh my gosh, I am so sensitive. Like I am like fiery Kali Ma, sensitive, silly, weird. Like I am so many different things at once. So absolutely, but I'm a Cancer. I'm like a double water. I am sensitive. And Allison says, oh my God, that was me, girls not showing up to my birthday teas, right? So this path gives us an opportunity to love those parts of ourselves and to love that little girl and saying, hey, like all the angels came to my birthday party. I'm fucking awesome. Julia says, so much sense. Jordan says, oh my God, what is a silly fear of what our high school or past friends think? It's so silly, but it comes up so much for me. Part of it too is this ancient human energy of I have to be accepted by the group. I have to be accepted by the group to be safe, right? And I'm looking at the time when I have a client in 36 minutes, so I have to go a little faster through this. I wish my client was here so I could just be like, I'm going to be late. Awesome. Love it. Okay, so let's go down into, so that's third chakra. So I gave you some stuff to think about, and we're going to do some activations in a second here, in a few moments. Now we're going down into the womb. So as I'm hitting on these lower chakras, I'm talking about the light and the shadow of each, that you can kind of feel into, like, where am I sitting on that, right? So the womb, the beautiful like light quality is actually a very sacred darkness quality of the womb. When I say darkness, sacred darkness, I mean like literal womb space, like night, beautiful night. You were born, you know, you came through your mother's womb. It was like the safest, hopefully, you know, most ideal environment. The darkness in its truest energy is actually very sacred, very safe. I could go into a whole hour-long discussion about that, but I don't have time right now. So that's the womb energy, and it's like an energy of a black hole. When you're regularly connecting into your womb and you're just going down and you're dropping in, and you're clearing out, you know, old lovers, or you're clearing out shame, you know, sexual shame, and you're clearing out trauma through ritual, through prayer, through dance, through whatever, working with yoni eggs, you know, however you do that, yoni steaming, and you're meditating with the womb and you're feeling her, you're going to drop into this actual activated energy of the womb, where she's like a black hole. And if you remember from science class, the black hole actually has the power to pull everything in that comes close enough to it, including the light, right? So our womb actually has the same energetics in some ways, in a lot of ways, as a black hole. So this womb, if our womb is really activated and you know, honored in that way, it becomes this very magnetic energy where people, clients, money are actually drawn in. So I'll see, you know, how how the kind of shadow is of this is, if this isn't really being, and I have like, I'm on this path, like as I'm sharing all these things, again, I'm not like, well, I fully healed this, I'm fully done it, fully rocked it out, expert to the T. No, like if my mentor was here watching this, she'd be like, yes, Beth, and we are working on that, aren't we? Yes, yes. I've come a long way though. Yes, yes, she would agree. Um, and so how I see this show up in clients that I work with in a way that's not helpful is like couple things, or I guess kind of one thing going in different ways. If people come to me and I notice, wow, they're going really, really fast. It's like they're on edge. It's like, got to do this, got it. They talk fast, right? Like talk really fast and like talk like this and like, oh, about this and like this and this, like that's a sign that like, hey, like, okay, this person's scattered and they're ungrounded. They're not in their womb energy right now. They're not in their root energy right now. They're not grounded. So, you know, think of like Oprah Winfrey. Like Oprah Winfrey talks quite slow if you really pay attention, and like almost like booming from her like lower chakras in her womb. And it's like people pay attention and people notice, right? It's kind of that energetic. Then you get down into the womb and you slow down, like slowing down and getting into the womb and breathing into the womb. Energetic womb, if you've had surgery, you know, whatever's going on with your womb, you still have an energetic womb. So you breathe in, you go down, and start to slow down and get still. And the really cool thing about this is that the womb will also give you a lot of guidance for your business, your path, your offerings. The womb is directly connected into the great mother, the divine feminine energy that holds all of life, that's really birthed all of life. So it's like you have this direct connection in your womb to these energies that are going to say, hey, do this. Hey, this is the right move. Hey, nothing right now. Hey, slow down. Hey, you know, this is an offering that wants to come out of you. I've downloaded many, many things through my womb just by sitting with my womb, going, oh, that's my next offering. Or, oh, that's an offering, but that's not going to happen for another 6 or 8 months. It's going to gestate. So really key piece is like slowing down, having times where you're not on technology, you're not around people if you can. You know, for mothers, this is a bit more challenging, but hopefully you can find some time. You're either in nature or you're like with a candle in your sacred space, and you're just breathing and slowing down and breathing into your womb. Just slowing right down is a key energetic for being successful with soul-based business. And if you look around enough, you'll find really people talking about this, right? Even like Gabby Bernstein had a quote that she was really using a lot at one point, saying like, stillness is the key to my success. And she wasn't really talking about it from a womb-based perspective, but when I hear that, I hear the void of the womb. Stillness is the key to my success. I can pull in things through stillness, and I can download ideas through stillness, and I can reset my energy field. So Yana says, I also have this bad feeling of selling on Facebook. It's like everyone is doing it and can be a bit of a sales pitch than just connecting. Yeah, we have certain parts of us for sure that, you know, feel like it's bad to sell or it's wrong to share. And I still have these shadows coming up. For me, it's mostly about that fear of I'm scared of being annoying, and I'm scared that people don't like me, and then I'm showing up selling something, sharing something that I really care about, but they just think I'm salesy and they just think I'm annoying, right? So there's times to go deep into what is the shadow there, and like how does she need to be held? Because the truth is, I have a paid for program that I'm about to launch like right after this. It's going to be available for the next like 10 or maybe 12 days to step into. And the truth is, I was going through this last night and I was feeling the energetics of it. And I was like, and I was looking at my email list and I was asking my angels, how many people on my email list is this actually a soul fit for? Would this be really good for? There was a large number. And I was like, okay, like, I don't think I have enough spaciousness to hold that space for that many people. But I was like, I just felt this at one point. I felt this number that I really wanted to connect with. And I was just like, I literally have a duty to get this in their hands, because I know what, you know, these people's souls want, like you really. I know what your hearts and souls want. I know you want to be doing this work. I know you want to be living this life where you get to be like free with your time and doing what your soul actually wants to do and helping so many people and feeling expansive and creative and like you're on it and on purpose. And thankfully that's the life that I get to live every day. And I was like, I have a duty to get this in their hands. I have a duty to show up and share in the way that they understand what this is and what I'm offering, because I know that it's going to change so many lives, and not just the lives of the people that are going to step in, but all of the lives of their clients and those people. And it's like a huge ripple effect. So how much, Yana and everybody else, can you get behind your work that you're like, this is life-changing? People, the people that are going to be right for this, we're not going to stuff things down people's throat that don't need it, you know, and aren't a soul fit for it, but we want that soul fit happening. And how much do you allow yourself to believe that your work is going to really change the lives of those people who it's a soul fit for? And if you're not there yet, do some journaling around that, do some meditating around that. My wealth consciousness course is a great journaling process, you know, and it's free, you know, for things like that, right? So does that make sense? Like, I totally get that feeling of like, oh, am I selling something? I feel like annoying. Okay, look at the shadow, love that part of yourself, you know, maybe whatever's there. And also just be like, you know what, if I'm annoying, and I come back to this place, I'm like, you know what, if I'm annoying people, if there's some people that don't like it and just think I'm being a salesy piece of shit, they're not my people, because they clearly do not connect with my energy field or know what's going on. Because I'm sitting on my bed, you know, every night going like, higher self, use me, how can I most serve the planet, you know, like you know, I'm not on my bed being like, how can I get this? You know what I mean? So it's like, whatever, you can fuck off. Like, if you think that, do you get what I'm saying? Like, they're not your people. If they think you're annoying and salesy, then they're not your people. So Rebecca says, this is so good, as always. Awesome. Rebecca says, I feel I sometimes talk too slow, but maybe I should embrace that. There's, you know, are you talking slow because you're really coming from your womb? I could probably talk slower and be slower a lot. I'm working on it. Or are you talking slow because you're, you know, feeling insecure and you don't want to say the wrong thing? It's like, you know, tune in with where that comes from. But for you, I think that's probably just a really beautiful way that you show up, and you're conscious about your words and what you want to say. And I think that's great. Branka says, I love to slow down with dance. Yes, I need more dance in my life. I've just been like working on so many things lately. I'm coming into an energy of self-care so much as of like right after this. Slow down, especially with belly dance movements. Yeah, amazing. Yes, we love it. Oh, hi, Quinn. Says, woman, if you find yourself in that energy about not being liked or people being annoyed by the way you promote and hold yourself, I am always here for you. Yeah, Quinn is like my best cheerleader ever. I am always here for you as a sounding board to talk it out so you can hear how untrue it is as those words come out. You're such an authentic light in this space. Thank you, beautiful. Dora's here. I love that. Okay, awesome. Yes. Yeah. And Allison says, yes, of course, there's that disconnect with some people's energy and mine. Yeah, like not everybody's going to get you or like you, or that's standard. It's like, this is going to happen, right? So let's go into the root chakra. I'm such a talker. I'm like, I have so much more to say about all of this, but if you want to, you can go deeper into a 5-month journey that I'll share it, you know, pretty quickly at the end of this session. I don't have a ton of time to go into a bunch of things right now, but the link is in this title of this video if you want to check that out. Okay, so root chakra, the holy root chakra that almost in every client and every person of all time, I'm like, oh yeah, let's do some stuff here. So you might have heard me talk about light worker syndrome before, which is where our higher chakras are activated, our higher chakras are open. But of course, there's density, there's resistance in the lower chakras. And usually this means that people aren't fully in their bodies. I've really been working this the last like year. Because when you're not in your body, because you have the density of the past life fears, the ancestral fears, the remembrance of like, oh yeah, that time I was like killed brutally, you know, that kind of sucked. And my ancestors were really poor and like hated their lives in, you know, some cases, and that's in my cellular memory. And then you have the collective that you were raised with, and you have all this kind of hanging out in the denser lower chakras, because that stuff can't really get super in your higher chakras because it resonates too densely. So it's resonating on the lower chakras. We're like, no, we like go to the third and we're like, no. But the thing is money also, and physical success and physical manifestations also resonate with the lower chakras and the light aspects and the wonderful aspects of the lower chakras. So if we're not in our bodies and our lower chakras, it becomes a lot more difficult to attract the manifestations that come and stay on a physical level, the money, the clients, the awesome home, the like whatever, right? So this is also why it's really important. I am going to talk about the strategics, creating a community, creating an email list, the marketing stuff more over the next couple weeks with you, and also much deeper in my 5-month course. However, this is why we're doing this first, because if you're still in your higher chakras and you're not hanging out and going down deeper doing some of this work, and you're doing all the marketing and all this stuff, and you're not seeing results, and you're getting jaded and you're getting super scattered and all of this, it's like, well, obviously, right? And I meet people in that place so often. And it always comes back to the energetics. So when you have the energetics really activated, and you're keep going and doing that, you're just going to honestly download the ideas and download what you need to do and be really powerful at it in a lot of ways. Okay, so yeah, and Allison's saying she's struggling with connecting with her body. Yeah, like body connection is so key. Honestly, like exercise is so key. Also, that's a huge, amazing tool to get in your body. If this is like, you're like, yeah, I think I've got that going on. Pretty much most of us across the board do. There are some people that are naturally very primal, very grounded, but most light workers do have this kind of light worker syndrome going on. So what has really helped me is like Kundalini yoga, like getting into my body, squats, dancing, just really like I never used to exercise very much. I always resisted it because, I didn't want to be super in my body. So exercise is super, super key. And actually, I'm going to be leading Kundalini. I just did part of my Kundalini yoga teacher training in Greece this year. So I'm going to be like teaching my first classes as like an online offering with the Energetics of Sacred Business, the 5-month course, because I wanted to create a program that literally combines every single aspect of what I know needs to be activated in order to have a successful business, including the marketing, the energetics, body movement, all of that. So Amy says, yes, lots of potato famine ancestral stuff for me coming up this week. And it's amazing that you could recognize that, and we can just love that and do what we need to do as we go on. Bronca says, I was guided to teach dance just to learn to stay in my body. Amazing. If I wasn't a dance teacher, I think I would have lost myself in who knows what way. Yeah. So if you're hearing this and you're like, you know what, actually, yeah, exercise is not a big part of my life, or maybe you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and you're just not, it's so routine, like you're always going for runs, but it's almost so routine that you just go on autopilot. Take this as an encouragement to see how you can move your body and know that that's a key piece in your business. I don't know any super successful entrepreneur, like every super successful entrepreneur that I know, like soul-based entrepreneur, that's just, in my opinion, just really rocking it, spiritually, financially, like every single one has an exercise practice. I know it because they talk about it. So let that, sit with that. Yana says, I have so much resistance to doing the community thing and doing a Facebook group. Yeah, we'll talk about that more in the coming weeks. You don't have to have a Facebook group if you don't want to, but you do really need to have an email list. We're going to talk about that later, not in this session. So yeah, the root chakra, clearing ancestral trauma, clearing family imprinting that says, hey, you can't, hey, it's not safe, hey, don't do that. My root chakra, I'm just dealing with it being in a constant state of constriction right now. Like literally, like I have to, like physically, like it's tensed up, and it's been like that for months. I don't know if it was always like that and I just didn't notice, or after ayahuasca, it was just a lot of stuff came out after ayahuasca. So I'm really having to work that, like breathe into that. You know what I do? I have a big piece of, this is obsidian. You can actually work with crystals for the root and your lower chakras, of course. I literally will put this massive piece of obsidian that I like ground in tree roots to clear it. I'll put it right on my root chakra when I'm in bed. And I'll just breathe into it and just let it teach me about what it means to be, like, even I feel so good. Like, let it teach me about what it means to be grounded in the earth and really connected to the earth. So let's do a chakra activation. We can talk more about the root, but let's actually do these activations because talking about it is different than actually going in to clear some stuff out. So you don't need to have as big of an obsidian piece as me, although like this is fucking awesome. You know, I have tourmaline here. I have like little bits of tourmaline and obsidian. These are really good. You know, you can sit with these on your root and just that help, you know, get you grounded. You can have an obsidian yoni egg, obsidian yoni wand, things like that for clearing. Those are really cool too. Okay, Teresa says, wow, Monday. Oh, perfect. I start with a personal trainer that I met yesterday, connected. That's amazing. I really want to get into that too. I usually do yoga and dance and stuff, but I'd love to try something new. Okay. Everyone's like, that's amazing. Okay, so let's get into a meditation. So if you just want to get comfortable, close your eyes, have a sip of water, whatever you need to do. Breathe in and just know that you have everything inside of you to be super successful at this work. The fact that you desire it and the fact that you're actually here and that you showed up. You know how many people said that they wanted to come to this but aren't going to come and aren't going to do it? You know, because there's something else to do. There's that Netflix show to watch or whatever, right? So know that like you already have this desire and you're here and you're putting the effort and the work in. That automatically means you're going to fucking rock it out. So yeah, your ego and your mind's going to say other things sometimes, but trust that you're going to rock it out. You already are rocking it out. So taking a deep breath, setting that intention, you know, hey, this work is about me deeply serving the collective, deeply serving my soul, being deeply aligned with the divine. As you take a breath in, surrender anything of the ego that just wants to become validated, prove yourself, have a distraction from maybe doing deep inner work, make money, all that stuff that the ego might be hooked into around creating a business. I want you to just surrender that out if you're aware of any of that to the divine, to your higher self, and just ask that your intentions for doing this work are purified. My intentions for doing this work are now purified. I am in deep alignment. As I come into this meditation, my higher self is leading the way and my soul is shining. Breathing in, seeing a beautiful white pillar of light coming from the cosmos down through your crown chakra, opening up the 1,000-petaled lotus, the third eye, the throat chakra, the heart, the solar plexus, the womb, the root, white light, pillar of light, white light, opening up that central channel, going down, down, down through the legs, the feet, down, down through the soil, the bedrock, underground rivers, lakes, and streams, crystal and mineral kingdoms, all the way down into the core crystal of Mother Earth. As we connect in with the core crystal, know that the core crystal is your best friend, the core of the earth. Especially for your lower chakras, this core crystal of Mother Earth has all you need in order to activate and clear your lower chakras. So feel yourself just surrendering into the core crystal now. Feeling any and all density in your energy body just starting to dissolve into the core crystal. And as you feel yourself deeply connected, I want you to feel yourself moving through the core crystal. And I want you to take the core crystal of the earth as a portal. And this portal is going to put you deep into a womb cave. You're going to end up in like this dark cave in Mother Earth with soil, dark soil. It's a very like womb energy. It's like the womb of the mother you find yourself in. You probably can't really see anything. And you might notice that part of you is actually buried in the soil. Maybe like your sacral kind of hips, your root, your yoni, your legs, your feet are all just like buried in the soil. So you're like really firmly grounded in there. And taking a deep breath in, we call upon your higher self. We call upon Archangel Michael, Michael, and all of the angels of Atlantis. And now we call upon the ancestors of your blood who come with unconditional love. We're asking their higher selves to step forward, the higher selves of your ancestors we call for. We also call forth the higher selves of the ancestors of the lands that you are currently on, whether that's your home zone or maybe somewhere you're visiting. We call on the ancestors of the lands that we're on, and we offer respect, and we offer gratitude and thanks. And so we're bringing that into the energy of this cave, this womb cave. So we have our ancestors, the ancestors of the lands that we're on with us. We've got our angels with us. And we're just in this womb energy. And you can even hear the heartbeat of Earth pulsate. Like if I could do a proper heartbeat sound, it's like boop, 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 boop. You can literally feel that rising from the earth, and it's kind of vibrating through the soil. And allow your whole energy body to start to really come into alignment with the earth's energies, the core crystal's energies, and anything that's scattered, any distortion in your energy field. I now command your higher self and the energy of Mother Earth to clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. So all distortion is cleared in your energy field, and I want you to energetically drink the soil in. It's almost like your root chakra was a siphon, and you just breathed it in. You like breathed in the soil's energy. You breathed in the earth's energy. It's like your root is a straw, and you're just sucking it up, almost like your spinal column is a straw, and you're just breathing in the soil's energy and letting that go anywhere in your body where it's needed. And maybe the energy coming in is like this black, like this like obsidian black, like this deep soil black. You know, black can actually be a really healing frequency to work with in the right context. So, or it might be a dark brown, you know, it might be like a deep soil dark brown. It could be a burgundy red coming in. So any of those colors that you might see coming in, just let that come in and let yourself just like, oh, be so held by the mother and feel all those ways that you've been trying to control or figure things out by yourself. And just surrender that over to the mother, to the great mother, held in the great mother's womb as you breathe in more of this like dark soil, earth, juicy, grounded energy. Let that fill your cells. And I want you to breathe that right into your root chakra. And as you breathe in, I ask that your higher self just take any ancestral imprinting that is not serving you, that is located in or around the root chakra or anywhere in your body. I ask that your higher self now release that over to the great mother's care, release that over to the core crystal of Mother Earth. So you just breathe that out. Breathing in the dark, maybe burgundy red, black brown energy in your root. And any and all ancestral trauma, just have the intention to breathe that out and knowing that that is good enough. It's just your intention. Even if you're not a very visual person, it's okay. Just having that intention there is really beautiful and enough. Breathing that energy in, that dark soil, and releasing all that ancestral stuff. It's almost like this cork has just been popped off. And all this like dense energy and this crud and this distortion and these old beliefs and all this stuff is just leaving your energy field through your root. It's just like, wow, leaving. It's just amazing. And the core crystal of the earth is holding it. The dark energy, the soil and the mother is transmuting it and recycling it. And feel yourself, just give yourself permission to surrender over to this force that's bigger than you, the force really that birthed you in your soul. And all the places that you've been trying to do it yourself or trying to control are just softening and releasing. And any places that you're scared something bad is going to happen or that things aren't going to work out, all that's just releasing as a great mother takes it from you and holds you. And anywhere that you're not allowing yourself to let go, anywhere where your ego or your mind or any part of you is still holding on to control, holding on to constriction, holding on to stagnation, I command your higher self and Archangel Michael, Michael to clear, release, delete, and transmute all those places across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And so it is. Breathing in and just allowing yourself to let go and feeling this force with you. This really powerful force. It's always got your back. And feel how safe it would be to actually just show up in your light and in your truth, being this grounded and connected to this huge, energetic, great mother, womb, soil, earth power. And that if anything comes at you or out of you that is dense or fearful, any part of you that's scared of persecution or judgment, let's just clear, release, delete, and transmute that by the light of your higher self across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And feel how safe it is to be in this big energy. It's almost like those things are just really little. There's like these tiny little things that float over and they can just be gone and released. Because you have the power of the entire earth. You have the power of the entire force that is the great mother, always holding you, always having your back, always loving you, always seeing you, always saying, hey, I think you're the best ever. You're amazing. I love you. Of course you can do it. You've got this. I've got you. So what would it be like to live your life with a little bit more of an awareness that you're held? And letting your womb just really feel the womb of the mother, the womb of the great mother, no matter if you have your physical womb or not, connecting with that energetic womb space. No matter if you're bleeding or not, like nothing matters. Like you have that womb always. So just activating that womb with the cosmic womb, with the earth's womb, the great mother's womb, this womb cave that you're in. And I call upon your ancestors of the blood who come in unconditional love, the light aspects, the higher selves of your ancestors, to deeply support you as you clear, release, and delete and transmute any and all imprinting or trauma that has come through from your lineage. And anywhere that you're holding on to trauma from your father line, anywhere that trauma or fear came through from your father line, control, ideas about what masculine really is, what you need to do to be successful and safe that aren't true. Command the light of your higher self to clear, release, delete, and transmute those across all time, dimension, space, reality now, and just seeing light going back into your father's line, your father line, whether you know who your father is or not, just seeing light just blast through that father line. This is the light of your higher self, and you're sending healing to all your ancestors, and the higher selves of your ancestors are supporting this. And moving over to the mother line, anywhere where you have had fear or trauma that has come through from the mother line, anywhere where your mothers in the mother line have denigrated or disrespected their womb or denied their true feminine power or their masculine power, whatever, anywhere that fear or distortion has come through, poverty consciousness, the mother line. I command the light of your higher self to clear, release, delete, and transmute that from your energy fully and completely across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And just sending a cord of light back to your mother line. And just purifying the mother line on this human level and saying thank you for the gifts, and anything other than the gifts, we're now just clearing and offering healing through the mother line. And knowing that you get to be this powerful energy that actually gets to be activated in your light. Remember who you are, and you don't need that anymore. You're the one that we've been waiting for. You're the one that's here to clear and transmute all of it just through the light of your own being, your awareness. This is a new start for your lineage. This is the new start for the planet. This is the new earth being created. I'm breathing in, and again, we ask your higher self, your truth, your soul, your womb, to all come through now and over the next few days, the next few weeks, offering you guidance, offering you strength to do what you know that you need to do. And even consciously, if you're not sure what you need to do, know that your soul knows and that your womb knows, and that's going to come to you and that's going to come through. And you're now being given the courage, the confidence to do what you're really here to do. And you're going to rock it out. You already are. There's nothing that can stop you from rocking it out in this lifetime. You've got everything that you need. And know that it's safe for you to receive money for this work, just for being you. It's safe to be as powerful as you are. It's safe to be grounded. It's safe to be in your body, and it's safe to work through the trauma that says that it's not. It's safe to really show up in this lifetime. It's safe to be in this body. It's safe to be in your cells. It's safe to be in your feet. Your body loves you. The earth loves you. And anywhere where there's imprinting of violence, trauma, rape in your energy field, your cells, your DNA, call on the light of your higher self and the truest force of Mother Earth to come through and clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And whenever you're ready, taking a deep breath in, feeling yourself deeply connected into the earth, to the womb, and start to suck that womb power energy back into your body where you're currently finding yourself in, sucking that womb energy back, sucking that all that energy fully into your body, grounding you, grounding in your feet, feeling yourself as powerful. It's safe, good, and right to be here. And you have a mission that's been given to you from your higher self, from the universe, from Sophia, Source, Mother, Father, God energy. And right here, right now, let's decide that we're fully committed to it. Is the collective going to tell us that what we want isn't really possible? Yeah. Do we care? No, because we're connected to all that is. And we're actually here to transmute the limiting beliefs and the fears of the collective. So it's about right that we get messages that says, hey, maybe you can't do that. Hey, maybe that's not going to happen. Hey, maybe you're not abundant enough. We just clear it, release it, delete it, transmute it, kind of laugh at it, love it right up. That's why we're here. We're here to confront that energy with love and pave a new way in our activated light bodies connected deeply to the earth. Right here, right now, we're doing it together. So whenever you're ready, you can take a deep breath, open your eyes back to the space. Okay, as you come back, I'm going to message my client and say, hey, I'm going to be 3 minutes late, 5 minutes late. That's the fun thing about running your own business. You can be like, hey, 5 minutes late. Okay, so coming back to the space, that was like, I didn't realize that I knew that I was wearing black today, but now I'm looking at me, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Good choice. Black. So how are you feeling as you come back? If you were here for part 1 of activating the higher chakras, can you feel how different that is, right? Like, I like that. It's such a different frequency when we go just into the lower chakras and we're like with that womb grounded energy. So this is the energy that gives us the stability, the stillness, the slowness that we need in order to focus, in order to just do stuff. Like if you're familiar astrologically, like this is like the Capricorn energy. Like Capricorn doesn't move super fast. It's not like Aries, but Capricorn like gets shit done, right? And that's like the energy that we want to be working with in the lower chakras, so that when we have an idea that comes through from the higher chakras, that we have that like stability, you know, we slow down enough that we can focus on it. So we're not on Facebook here and this here, and we got to run out here and this here and this here, and all of a sudden it's bedtime and we didn't do anything that we wanted to do. Like literally, I still have kind of days sometimes like that. Not really to that extent. I do have really busy days, but sometimes. But you know what I mean? Like mostly like we want to be like, I'm making time, right? 11 o'clock to 12:30, I'm sitting my ass down and I'm getting that thing done that I downloaded in meditation last night. You see, I'm like holding the sword of the sacred masculine when I'm doing this. I'm grounding into the earth. Right? That's really what it takes to create that successful, amazing business, is that there's stability there. You take yourself seriously and you get it done. You get shit done. when you need to, right? It's not all about getting shit done, but that's why we have this balance that we're working with. There's a time and a place for everything. Rosalind says, that was an amazing experience. Awesome. Amy says, that was so good. Jessica says, so beautiful. Thank you. Also wearing black. Cool. Allison says, that was so powerful. Teresa says, full of love. Julia says, love Capricorn energy. Amazing. And if you're on replay, by the way, please comment. Please let me know. I read all the comments after they come in. So I'm gonna hear you. Bronx says, love Capricorn. Georgie says, feeling so grounded and calm and in my stillness. That's amazing. Allison says, I really felt that my mother line and father line there. Awesome. Dora says, I felt lots of resistance and my body was overheating. I think I'll do some clearing and then do the meditation again. Yeah, resistance is just so normal and so okay. I've had so many meditations, like especially with my mentor, because she's in such a deep place that I just like, sometimes my resistance is just like, like shut up. Like it's normal because we're hitting the parts that don't want to move, right? So just, we love the resistance and like it's all good, you know, it's awesome. Rosalind says, busy, not frantic. Yeah, it's like I can do this at 10, I can do this at 1, right? Like I have a client right now, but like I can do it without losing my head. Awesome. Jen says, thank you so much. So beautiful. Feeling calm, strong, and so in my body. Amazing. I'm getting a hit to mention also, you can work with plants. Jordan's here. Jordan's an amazing herbalist. I know probably many of you are herbalists and know a little bit as well. You can work with plants like chaga, like doing like a chaga tea, like the medicinal mushroom, not like a magic mushroom, although magic mushrooms are cool too, but like chaga. You could do like, you know, you could have your like obsidian, you could have a grounding session, you could have your obsidian, your chaga roots, dandelion roots, have a cup of tea, meditate on the earth, maybe go outside, you know, just get in this practice where you're connected. This stuff matters, right? Business coaches don't teach this stuff, right? Just pure business coaches, right? This is why it's important, because when you have this, you get to be effective. You get to energetically be powerful. When you speak, people hear, people pay attention because you're activated in your energy. So again, like I said, I'm going to be sharing more marketing specifics, things like this in the next week or two specifically. But this is what really needs to be activated, because otherwise it just doesn't matter. Okay. So I want to share with you, I got to go like in literally 1 minute, but again, I've been talking about this 5-month course. It's ready. Even just go check it out, because I think the page is really beautiful. Like if you're just going to check it out for seeing the page, do it. It's in the link to this video. I have a 5-month, it's like literally, yay, let's celebrate. The doors are opening now to the energetics of sacred business. It's this really incredible journey. So I'll just talk about it for like a minute or two before I head out. And what's amazing about this journey is it includes the energetics, like the energetic activations that we've been doing. It includes the wealth consciousness that we've also been really pillaring in if you've been kind of in and around this temple recently, changing our beliefs about money. And it includes the marketing piece. And on my path, what I've had to do is invest separately in all of these things. I've invested in a wealth consciousness course. I've invested in, you know, wealth consciousness work, right? Thousands of dollars. I've invested in business courses, business training, also thousands of dollars. And I've invested probably most prominently, because I'm me, in my priestess mentorship and my spiritual training. Tens and tens of thousands of dollars at this point to get those separately. But I'm sitting here and I'm going, but in order to have a successful, soulful business, you need all three. You need the spiritual activation. You need connection to the divine and living your life with the divine every day as your boss, right? You need wealth consciousness activated, and you do need the business marketing training. So why aren't there programs that teach all three? I've never seen one out there. So I created one. Right? So this is a program that covers all the bases that you need to step into being a full-time healer, being a full-time coach. This is specifically for those of you who want to do this as your life's work. If you just want to do it part-time and that's something that you still want to do, this is going to work amazingly for you. But I do connect with people that are like me and want to do it full-time. So that's specifically who it's designed for. I love this like pillar of light. It's like central channel, but this time we're grounding in the kind of darker energies of the lower chakras. So it's the dark channel. Okay, I gotta go really soon. Hopefully my client is not upset. Um, and yeah, so I'm gonna honor that I gotta go and work with my client. And so if you want to be able to say that, oh, I gotta go, I have to work with my client. I get to work with my amazing client. Check out this course. It's gonna be open for probably the next week and a half, 10 or 12 days. Um, yes, there's an investment. Absolutely, there's an investment. But when you go and you look at there's two different circles for that investment, know that you don't have to spend like so much money on all of the separate pillars that I just told you about in order to learn what you need to learn, you know? Because you do honestly need to invest in your business. I haven't spoken to one successful entrepreneur who's like, yeah, I've never invested in myself or my business. I just, it's like, no, like it's a part of this. It's a part of we work together, right? So just know that this is like a one-stop shop, and I'm so excited about it. And I love you. And if you resonate, I'd love to have you in. This is, of course, for you if you resonate. Again, in this work, we're not shoving things down people's throat. We're not trying to convert people that it's just not right for, right? So this is for you if you're ready, and if you like how I work and you like my energy, and we can work really deeply together for 5 months. So that's so awesome. So awesome. So bless you. Thank you so much for being here. Have the best day ever. Let's keep in communication. I'm here for you. Show up in the Sisterhood of the Mermaid Moon with your questions. I love them. Share what's going on for you. Lots of love.